The fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys. With the boys.
Hello, this is WIUX LP Bloomington. And you're listening to the Ghouls Cold One Hour.
I'm Clay.
I'm Billy.
And I am Jonathan.
And you heard him. You heard it here first,
the
folks.
man.
You heard the man.
You heard the man.
We have a special Halloween spooky episode.
Oh, that was a very...
I don't know. That was very quiet, but that's okay.
So sit back in your scary skeleton chair.
Yeah, grab a Halloween spooky one.
Grab a gross potion. Grab a concoction.
A concoction.
Grab a witch's out of a witch's cauldron.
Grab a gross one.
Grab a gross one.
Ooh, I like it.
Ooh.
Pop it open.
Pop it open.
And
in 3, 2,
1,
4,
3, 2. Come on! Oh, there we go.
Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, that's a putrid, gross, evil one.
Dude, that's disgusting, man. I don't know if I can even drink this one, honestly.
Who are those ghouls on the radio? They've got some cold ones and a horror freak show. So open up your ears, listen to us. Forget your fears, there's no need to fuss, cause the fun never ceases with these living diseases. The fun never ends with the ghouls. With the ghouls. We're so glad you're here. Special throwback to the Halloween song.
Yeah.
I think I remember like half of the words, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a spooky Halloween episode. Halloween is one of our favorite holidays.
Yeah, definitely.
And we wanted to spend, even though we're a little early, but we won't be. Well, we will be in the studio Wednesday, but that'll be the day after Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody wants a Halloween episode the day after Halloween.
Yeah.
So we're bringing it to a tiny bit early. Oh my gosh!
Jeez, I don't know what's going on over there.
That's crazy. Oh my
gosh.
Yeah, so the next episode will be in November, so we gotta get it in now.
Yeah, that'll be our Thanksgiving episode. And then our Christmas, then Flag Day, then Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and then President's Day. And then the
Boys of Summer.
Yeah, then the Boys of Summer.
Wow. Can't wait for that one.
All right, so
do we have some awards to give out tonight?
Oh, yes. Jonathan, could you tell me a little bit about...
Okay.
Ooh, we're bringing back the sound effects from the olden days.
Okay, that's enough of that. All right, so how are we going to do the awards for
We've got some special awards. Billy, would you like to announce them?
We're talking about the awards, the spooky awards we're going to be giving out. The Skeletonies! Yay! Okay. Love the Skeletonies. I love doing this. We do it once every year. Just kidding. We've never done. Well, technically, we always do this.
We do this,
but
every
not the Skeletonies.
Year. Not the Skeletonies. This is a one-time-a-year thing. So we've got some special awards. We've got the Boy Dracula
and the Boy Spectacular,
and the Boy Crackalacula.
Boy, that's the most crackalackin'. Jonathan.
The boy Dracula is basically the boy Blunder. That's the boy that did something wrong this week. Somebody that really goofed up.
I don't know who.
Sorry, you're getting played off right now, Jonathan. Can you
And I think the boy Dracula for this week is Clay Catlin.
Okay, what did I do?
Congratulations,
Come on.
first Skeletoni of the night.
Yes. I haven't done anything wrong. What happened?
So we decided to go on a little bit of a Halloween trip. We haven't gone on.
Basically,
it yet.
it's a Halloween bash.
Halloween bash, monster mash.
Ooh. I hope I don't see Dracula kissing Frankenstein.
Yes, hopefully there's a group of individuals that include.
And formal individuals, they're now spirits and demons and ghosts.
Yes, no, actually I was going to say individuals, some of which are ourselves, that decided to, we're planning to go to the Haunted Acres.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's
so I'm told it's a very spooky place, great place to go.
One of my biggest fears is corn, because you don't know what diseases it might have on it, so I'm terrified already.
Oh, my teeth are terrified.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, and trust me, let's just say corn doesn't always go down all the way. It might come out a little bit too intact, so I'm worried about that.
Oh, true, yeah.
So, Clay, you wanted
Their
to get
music is pretty scary, too.
No, But Clay, you wanted to get a head count, if I'm correct here.
Yeah, I was trying to be helpful because.
No, thank you, man.
Yeah,
No, that's good.
You're very
So-
welcome. I don't know how I could possibly be shamed for this.
Well, I
head count.
believe you said comment, or you were like in our group. We have a group chat, and Clay said comment me if you want to come, and then like a string of like me. I mean,
I don't see the problem at all.
Jonathan and I are all
This is efficient.
taking classes about efficiency and stuff. That's not the most efficient way. Is like this message.
That's the opposite of lean.
Like this message.
That's thick.
That's
Do you know what
thick, yeah.
happens when you like that message? A little red heart shows up. Do you think this is Valentine's Day? No, it's Halloween. Until they add a skull or pumpkin feature, I have to go with the say me if you're going.
All right.
I'm just saying, it would have been a lot easier in a lot of ways if you just said like this.
Now,
if you want to,
Jonathan
if you want to go.
or Sergey spent hours counting
I
those
feel
memes,
like-
trying to figure out how many people.
I feel like people can
Forever.
ignore the like this. They're like, oh, that doesn't apply to me. I don't like anything.
Well, they're
you know,
not.
people these days, they say they don't like anything. You know what I mean? People these days, they're a bunch of bah humbugs.
Yeah, this contrarian
Well,
culture we're living in today.
This
Am I right?
crazy millennial hookup culture. Nobody wants to like anybody, okay?
Well, if
Oh,
they
hold
don't
on,
like it, then
so
they don't have to
true.
go, right? You know, so
I want them to go, though.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it took me forever to do it. I literally died and was resurrected 3 times.
Well, I just wanted to
get
get you in the
those
Halloween
counts.
spirit. Okay, I apologize to Sergey, but
okay.
I feel like maybe if we make Valentine's Day plans to go make out at Lover's Lane, then I can put the like this message. But until then, I'm sticking with the me system.
All right. Well, that's
Okay.
that's fair enough.
That's
fair.
all right.
If we're going to
Well-
make out Creek, then maybe I'd understand
Ooh.
it. But.
So moving on, we have the boy Spectacula, which is basically the boy Wonder. It's the boy who did something really great this week, really contributed.
I will say something. I think before we name the boy Spectacular, we need to announce a situation that we've been involved in today.
Oh god.
yes.
Yes. There's a
Who
horrible
wants to-
situation.
You want to go for it, Clay?
I'll start. I'll try and get quickly. I don't want to get into
Yeah,
the
well,
gritty details.
Yeah,
We
don't
can
have
talk
to
for
go.
hours about
Basically, our neighbors called the police on us because
Okay,
I walk up from
yikes,
class
that's
and
not
I
a good way to
see a
start.
guy who I've never seen before taking pictures of our cars, and I'm like, okay. So I'm like, hey, buddy,
Hey, buddy.
can I help you? And he's like, yeah, I own this house, and the neighbors keep calling the police. Basically, we were maybe parking in the grass, which I think violates
even
the
really
city
on the
code.
grass.
Not even
It
really,
was
like
wasn't
half
in
on
the
the
grass.
grass.
So we had
Yeah.
3 cars parked when we usually would have had 2. One of them was horizontal, but I mean,
Yeah.
we were still completely within the bounds of our own
I
parking.
mean, I'm
area.
all about getting horizontal, anyways. I feel like we live in this vertical society. Okay. No.
Anyways, so
struggling with this
apparently the police were called on us. The owner comes over. We also get a letter in the mail that has photographic evidence of this car being parked.
Of this-
and
of-
we're told that we are going to be fined
And-
if
yeah.
we do not fix the situation.
And I was told by the owner that it was a specific person who'd been complaining. His specific words were, this person has an axe to grind with me. They've been harassing my tenants for years. They have nothing better to do than to call the police whenever they see anything wrong.
Yeah, this is a classic example of people who don't have anything better to do, in my opinion. I was very
Yeah.
upset to hear about
I was very
it.
upset. I was less upset than you guys because you guys got upset when you got the letter. But I was more upset when I met the guy because
Right.
to me the letter, I was like, okay, I figured they would send the letter. But I was just like, who does that?
Okay, so in light of this situation, the
Yeah.
boy spectaculars for this week are Billy McDunn, Jonathan Falk, and Clay Catlin.
You know, let's just throw Sergey in there too. Why not?
Yeah, Sergey. You know, you kind of caused a problem, but hey.
Hey, it's all right. I parked it on his lawn.
You parked on his
so
lawn today, right?
It's fine.
He cares so much about other people's lawns, and
I
he
know,
probably
exactly.
won't even bother
He
about
was
his own.
bothered on his own. Yeah.
So starting off, kind of in order of what happened. So Clay
I
was the
talked to
first
the
man
guy.
to take action. He talked
This
to
is
the
the
owner
first
of the house.
skeleton
I talked to the owner of the house.
He got everything
He
sorted
previously
out.
was nominated. Oh, sorry.
Shout out to the guy. He was mad. I thought he was mad at me.
He was mad.
He was mad at
at
us. He was
people
mad
that
at the guy who
called
kept
him.
complaining. And we talked it out. He basically just didn't want to get a fine. He said it's been happened before. And I basically was very respectful. I was very nice. I shook his hand. I was like, it'll never happen again. So now the owner of the house, who we never met before, knows we're upstanding citizens and knows
Yeah.
that we're adaptable. We're willing to make a change.
Yeah.
And also, he was
Okay.
about to punch me in the face when I saw. So I saved us pretty much.
Yeah, well, thank you
Oh,
for
yeah.
thank
Thank
you
you.
for saving us, Clay.
Thank
And
you
so
for
Billy,
saving my car.
what did you do again?
Yeah, he had.
Yeah, so actually, I believe the next part of the story is you. So I just want to clarify,
Oh,
our
okay.
neighbors, instead of what a normal person would do and say, oh, I think you have too many cars parked on your lawn.
knock on your door. Leave a
some
note
reason, I don't-
leave it in the mailbox. Like do anything.
Yeah, first of all, going beyond the fact that for some reason they care about how many cars we have on our own property. Moving beyond that point, instead of just knocking on our door and telling us, hey, we think you should move your
Because
car.
somebody's probably always. We're college students. Somebody's probably always going to be home at one point. One person.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead, they decide to call the police multiple
like
times.
a lot of times.
Multiple
apparently.
times.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Jonathan, this
So
is where you come in.
So Jay and I went over. Kind of bold, I guess, but we went over.
To
it
defuse
was
the
Jay's
situation.
idea, actually. Yeah, but we went over to defuse the situation. We just kind of talked to them. I decided to go because I already knew them and had a good relationship with them.
This is the suspect. This isn't the perpetrator exactly.
Right, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Right, yeah. So we discussed it with them. We just said, like, we were sorry about that and kind of made it clear that we'd appreciate it if they just kind of told us first before calling the police again.
They denied it, correct?
They denied it, but we still think that they did it because he specifically said that, the landlord hates me. He thinks I'm the devil. He literally, those were his words.
Yeah, and the landlord said this guy has nothing better to do and has an axe to grind.
Yeah, and he's
a harasser.
Yeah.
So
we don't have to get too much
rivalry.
more into the details of that. Who knows if they're listening? But
Yeah, they probably are.
Yikes! Oh shoot, that would be pretty spooky.
We
Actually,
don't know if those people were. We know somebody was doing it. We don't know if those people. But yeah, I admire your courage to go over, definitely. And I felt like you probably presented a respectable front, and now they know that we're not just. Evil.
And they actually said that you guys, they were like, oh, we love you guys, actually. Like, you're great neighbors. You've given us no problems. Like, we're happy to have you. So, pretty nice. I think we diffused the situation. And then, Billy, what did you do again?
Thank you. Clay, you managed it with our owner of the house.
Yeah.
Jonathan, you managed
You
things
diffused the situation.
Yeah, both of you guys diffused the situation, but I'm the one who, did the manual labor, got down and dirty with it. Me and Jay as well, actually. We moved so there's these wooden beams that like form our parking spaces that our landlord had removed. We put them back because the letter that we received said we had to put them back. Otherwise, we were going to get a fine.
Yeah, thank you for that. I know it's not easy moving those timbers around, but hey, you really got the job done.
Like a lumberjack.
Timber.
That's true. And I had such a guilt-driven conscience that it was just weighing me down to the point that I knew I had like one foot in the grave. So I decided to drive my car off to the compactor. So no more issues.
Whoa.
Wait, were you in the car when you got it compacted?
Yes.
Wait, if you're dead, then
what?
Oh my god.
Oh, that explains why the music's still playing.
Well, anyways.
Shoot. Yeah, well, this is getting a little too spooky for me. I might think we might need to take a little break. Yeah. Kind of relieve our stress a little bit. The song will be pretty spooky.
It's called Imaginary Lines.
Oh, that's all right.
Actually, don't go away. We got
man.
more spooky festivities coming up.
You are listening to WREX LP Bloomington.
Check this out, man.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college, which ends up making the future better for all of us. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
These walls composed of nothing more than what I fear. Looking far beyond for explanations as to why I'm here. Watch the days turn into weeks. Become years before I blink. Poured everywhere but me. Save me from all these voices. The failure of the expectations bestowed onto me. Make excuses why I chose to run from things that I believe. The consequences were all mine. I knew the answers all the time. By imaginary lines. Save me from all these voices that kept me on the road. Save me from all my choices. No one held a call. Save me from all these voices that kept me on the road. Save me from all
we're back.
And we're back. That was a pretty creepy song.
Yeah,
It was.
Definitely like a Halloween movie type of song. I feel like I was being chased.
It was.
You know?
Yeah, it got pretty intense.
Oh, I was shaking I actually jumped into Jonathan's arms like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
We were both shaking. Then we ate a gigantic sandwich. Yeah.
So
But right before I could take a bite, he grabbed it and ate it.
Oh, shoot. And then you open your mouth really wide.
I was thinking like a comically oversized bite, and then I slammed down on my teeth. I have a horrible toothache. My gums are bleeding.
Gosh.
Yeah. Speaking of food, I hear we have a
Speaking of
resident
food.
chef in the house today.
Yeah, so last year we did a creepy pasta for Halloween.
If you guys remember, it was pretty scary. We scared
It
ourselves.
was, yeah.
Yeah, we did scare ourselves. So this year we're gonna do a creepy pasta dinner.
Ooh.
We're gonna have some spooky spaghetti, some freaky fettuccine, fry up some creepy crepes. We're gonna
Some zombie zucchini.
yes, we're gonna bring out the rambunctious ravioli.
The putrid pecan.
Yes,
The poopy pumpkin.
watermelon.
you cannot forget about that. No, actually, we're not gonna have.
It's going to be a frightful feast.
frightful feast. Yeah, unfortunately, so that's our creepy pasta dinner. We can't actually eat it. We can just imagine it because
We're eating it right now.
WIUX
The
is a
demonic dog food.
demonic dog. WIUX is a very strict food
The
policy.
yucky yum yums.
The yucky yums.
Okay, that's it.
But that's our creepy pasta dinner. But Clay, I hear you have an actual segment.
I do have a segment. So this is sort of, if you guys remember doing Choose Your Own Adventures. Did you guys ever read Choose Your Own Adventure books?
Yes, I have.
So basically, they're usually actually supposed to be scary, but you read them and it presents you two options. You choose an option, and either something horrible happens or something good happens. At least the ones I used to read.
Mhm.
So basically, I've devised a bit of a Choose Your Own Adventure. It's called Clay's Creepy Castle.
Ooh.
So I'm going to give you guys a situation, and I'll present you with two options, and there's clues.
Okay.
And if you take the bad option, if you take the good option, you'll advance in the game and be one step closer to the end. If you take the bad option, let's just say something bad will happen.
Okay.
You have four chances.
Okay.
Four questions, there's three players. However, you have one magical cold one, which will basically rewind time so you can make the right decision. And you can only use that once.
Okay.
So you guys ready to get started?
Yes. Are we all teaming up together?
You guys are all teaming up together. You have to consult and make the moves. And if you die, you can't make a decision anymore.
Okay.
Ooh.
So yeah, do you guys want to get started?
Yes.
Okay, so to set the mood, you three boys are playing a game of t-ball outside of the old man's mansion. It's just an old man's mansion. The old man's castle.
Our neighbor.
So you're playing t-ball. You're throwing it back and forth. It's a very haunted day. Everybody always says that the house is haunted, but you guys never exactly believed it. But you're always scared, and you realize it's almost time to go home. And you're saying, "Okay, we're gonna do one more play." So throw the t-ball to Billy. Grabs his bat. He hits it, and it goes soaring all the way into the old man's mansion and breaks through the top window in the attic.
Oh, no.
Now you guys
The
need to
sound
go
effects are
home.
good.
You guys are terrified, but you need to get your ball back.
We have to.
So you guys gonna go to the mansion?
So we have two options: go in the mansions or don't.
I mean, kind of your only option is go to the mansion.
Yeah, I go into
Let's
the
go.
mansion.
Going in the
So you go to the mansion. The mansion is falling apart and dilapidated. The paint is peeling off. There's bats flying around. The windows are broken. And you basically see two ways to get in. It doesn't look like anybody's home. One is a big door that's slightly ajar with a knocker with a devil's face on it. The other, around the side of the house, is a ladder that leads directly up into the window where the ball went in. However, the rungs in the ladder look like they could fall apart at any moment. Which do you take to get in the house? Do you try and open the door, which is ajar, or do you try and go up the ladder? Choose wisely.
What do you guys think?
Also, who's going to open it? Or who's going to go up the ladder? You need to choose that too.
Can we not all go up the ladder?
No, one person needs to do it first.
Who's
Oh,
gonna?
man.
First, you need to make a decision.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe the ladder.
The ladder, even though it might fall.
Yeah.
Do you think there's something spooky behind that door?
Maybe, yeah.
I'm
But
thinking.
I'm good either way.
I mean, if this is an old house, the door might just be open because of like the lock broke or something,
True.
and we might just be fine. But that ladder could actually be dangerous. But
That's true.
I'll believe you. I'll believe you. You can go up that ladder. You want to be the first one, maybe?
You're right about the ladder actually being it could fall over. Let's do the door.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I mean, I feel like the door might be a little bit more safe because, first of all, this looks like a really old, rickety mansion.
Okay.
I mean, we don't want to get hurt just trying to get into the place.
Yeah. So who's gonna walk in first?
And I'll remind you guys, this is the first of four options.
All right. What do you guys
First
want to
of
go
four
with? Do you guys want to
options.
go with?
Let's go for the door.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go in first because I feel like I kind of swayed us in that.
right,
So I'll take the
alright.
fault if this is the wrong choice.
Billy comes up and knocks on the door, and nobody answers, so he swings the lid open, and suddenly a pair of skeleton hands throw the door open, grab Billy, and drag him inside.
No!
So the other boys can't hear him scream anymore.
Oh my goodness.
So that was the wrong option.
No.
Do you guys want to keep going or use your revive potion on him?
Let's keep going.
Oh, really?
You
Come
sure?
on.
No, we'll save it for later.
Okay, so you
Save it for later.
So
Right?
you boys
I
climb.
mean,
You boys climb up the ladder.
We might need it later.
This is awful. Why do you mean you're gonna need it later? It doesn't matter. We have 3 lives plus 1.
Well, I don't know, man.
To be fair, what if they're near the end and they're like, okay, we should bring Billy back for this?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
if we bring Billy back, then
you're right.
there's-
You're right.
there's more-
Actually, you're right. We need more information.
that's true. That's
Go back
true.
in
And there's a
time.
bit of a hint. The demon face was the hint on the door. So as you guys climb up the ladder, it feels like it's about to give way. The rungs start splintering and start shaking, but you guys miraculously get up there alive. In the ladder, you find yourself in a dark room. You turn on the light. You're in the attic. It's dark and creepy. It smells like mold, and you can hear bats chattering and flying around. And in the attic, there's 2 things. One is a door. The other is a door. The other is a long hallway leading into the darkness. From the hallway, you hear a low creaking noise. Behind the door, you hear a metallic whir. Like that. And then behind the door, you hear a metallic whir like... So do you shake the door with the whir or the hallway?
I'm thinking maybe the door with the whir.
I mean, we already failed once with the door. So.
That's true. But will he do it again?
Will he? Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean,
Like
there
the
could-
whir? What? It could just be like some appliance in the house, you know,
Yeah, and if
something
it's
like
working,
that.
then that might provide some more clues for us.
Yeah, but the creaky. What if it's just like another? What if it's a skeleton again or something similar?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Maybe we should go with the door. I don't
Okay.
think like the door would.
Let's try the
All right,
door.
guys, I need to know who's opening the door.
I'll open the door.
Okay.
Jonathan goes to the door. He opens it and he finds himself in darkness. There's a staircase leading down.
Okay.
And the whir is from a flickering light bulb.
Okay.
If you guys had gone down the hallway, the floor would have splintered and cracked and you would have fallen down to your death.
Oh. Wow.
So that's the right decision.
Yes.
So as you walk down the door, the light starts flickering, the air gets colder. Suddenly, a dim light snaps on and stays on. You find yourself in a large room that's covered with spider webs and dilapidated furniture. 2 paintings stand on either side of the room. They're portraits, old school portraits, in huge wooden frames. And they're both of Spanish conquistadors.
Ooh.
So, which painting do you look at first? There's a doorway underneath each painting also. Which one do you look at first? The one on the left or the one on the right?
This is literally just left versus right. There's nothing.
There's no negative consequences for this one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You're just looking for clues.
Wait, maybe we should do it in honor that Billy's left-handed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Wow, thank you. I'm honored.
On the left, you see a conquistador in green holding a sword.
Ooh.
The name on the portrait's frame reads Senor Diego Esperanza.
Oh.
Do you guys want to look right?
Senor.
Yeah. Do you guys want to look to the right?
Is there a consequence?
No.
Yeah.
It's just another clue.
Yeah.
I
We'll look
think.
to the right.
Yeah.
This is the other clue. On the right is a conquistador in blue holding a spear. The name on the portrait's frame reads Senor Juan Carlos Condenar.
I knew I shouldn't have skipped those Spanish classes. Also, I'm dead, so.
Your spirit's with us.
Okay.
And just to make you guys know, you can use the revive at any time.
Should we go ahead and use it, or?
No, wait.
So
Now that I realize how this works, I think you should wait for the second person to die as well.
Okay.
And then you can go back in time and revive both of us, right?
Can you revive
no,
both?
you revive one person at a time.
Oh, then I think
shoot.
we should have Billy because that gives us 3.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get Billy.
Yeah.
So the painting on the left.
So Billy's back.
To remind you guys, painting on the left is a conquistador.
Yay!
Yeah, he's back. Is a conquistador in green holding a sword. Wait, actually, I don't know. There is I was thinking the rule that you could only go back. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. We'll make it a little bit more fun. So the name on the portraits on the left is Senor Diego Esperanza. He's in green. He has a sword. On the right is Senor Juan Carlos Condenar. He's in blue and he has a spear.
Okay.
Which one are you gonna go? Which door are you gonna pass through? There's doors underneath both of them.
I'm leaning towards the door with the spear, the blue guy. I don't really know why, but what do you guys think?
It's blue and green?
I mean,
Yeah.
our shirts are blue, so maybe we should go with blue.
That's true.
Oh. Jeez, this is really hard. This is like spear and sword. They're both weapons. So it's not like I associate one with a different one, and I don't really associate those colors with anything too like evil.
Right.
So what about the third clue, the names? What do you guys think about that? Or does
Could you
do
say
they
that?
mean-
Oh,
One
those
more time.
mean nothing to me, to be honest.
And green is Diego Esperanza, and blue is Carlos Condenar.
Condenar. What does that mean? Wait, say their first names again.
Diego Esperanza, Carlos Condenar. Or Juan Carlos Condenar.
Ooh, Juan. That changes everything.
That does.
No, I'm kidding.
I don't know.
I'm leaning towards blue. But
All right.
what do you guys think?
I'm leaning towards
Okay, let's go for
Yeah,
blue.
let's do blue.
All right, who's doing it?
I will.
Sergey. You open up the door underneath Juan Carlos Condenar. As you walk in, you hear a menacing laugh, and suddenly the light snuffs out. There's a loud, metallic clatter and a scream. The light turns back on. Sergey's bloody corpse is lying on the threshold. Hacked to death. The figure has disappeared from the painting.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Wait,
okay.
what was the clue? What was the...
The last names.
What were the last
Yeah,
names?
we didn't.
One means doom and one means salvation.
Oh, we picked
So-
Doom.
Shouldn't have taken Latin, I guess.
So you guys go through the other door. So behind Diego Esperanza's door, you find yourself in a corridor completely obscured by spiderwebs. You hear an inspiring shout. The spiderwebs are magically sliced through, and the passage becomes clear. As you walk down the passage, you find yourself in a large, beautiful room filled with beautiful paintings and rare books. In the center of the room are 2 sundials, though there are no windows in the room. On each sundial is engraved a poem. Do you guys want to read the poems?
No.
I do.
Yeah, let's.
Okay. One sundial has this poem on it. Since walking past the frozen lake, I've never felt the same. While treading near its deathly chill, I heard it call my name.
Okay.
The other one is, yesterday upon the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away.
Jeez, man.
Which is a real poem and which was made up by the creator of this house.
I knew I shouldn't have taken...
Sergey
I shouldn't
knows.
have skipped literary analysis. Oh, only Sergey didn't die.
Oh, man.
No, Sergey.
So one of these poems is real and one of them's fake?
One's, yeah. Do you guys want to hear them again?
Sure.
Yeah.
So one is, since walking past the frozen lake, I've never felt the same. While treading near its deathly chill, I hear it call my name. The other one is, yesterday upon the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away.
That second one seems too weird to be fake. I feel like that
Really?
second one might be real. But what does that mean? Like, does the real one mean that's the good one? I don't know.
I feel like the first one sounds more real to me, to be honest.
Oh, really?
But yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, though.
Oh, jeez. This is
What do you guys think?
Chill. A man who was not there. I wish you'd go away.
Yesterday upon the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away.
That almost seems like the situation we're in. I mean, I'm just talking about, like, we're dying. Like, I died earlier, then I came back to life with the potion. Sergey died, and I don't think any of you guys, like, saw it. I mean, maybe you guys saw the skeleton hands, but you didn't actually see the skeleton. We didn't see the person who saw Sergey. We saw a man who was not there. Apparently, this is the old man's mansion, and we wish he would go away because we want our ball. So that's something
Okay.
that... But I don't know what that
go
means.
for it. Let's do it.
I'll go inside because...
So do you want to turn the sundial? That's the option.
Oh.
Turn the dial on the sundial.
Oh. So it's not like choosing a poem.
You choose which poem. There's 2 sundials, each is engraved with a poem, and you have to choose which one
So
you
we'll
want to
choose
turn the dial.
Wait, which one do you want to choose, Jonathan?
I'm down for the one you argued for.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to turn it just because you did go back and save me. So I kind of owe you. I owe you like a life debt or whatever.
Which poem are you turning it for?
I'm going to turn the one about the winter. Oh, gosh. I'm really
So,
scared. I'm going to turn the winter one.
since walking past the frozen lake, I've never felt the same. While treading near its deathly chill, I heard it call my name. That's the one you're choosing.
I'm choosing that one because I think the other one is a metaphor for
So you grab the sundial and pull, the dial and pull it all the way to the left.
I'm wrong, aren't I?
The metal begins to glow blue as the boy as Billy finds that he cannot remove his hand and begins to shiver and scream. His skin becomes white and withers away as he slowly freezes alive. Eventually his screams stop as he is frozen in place, a look of pain on his face for all eternity.
Oh, no.
So, Jonathan, you can choose the other poem?
Yeah.
So that's the real poem. That's Antigonish. The poem, I don't know who made it. The other poem is yours truly.
Oh, wait, I did think that one was the real one. I just didn't know real meant.
So Jonathan, you turn the dial all the way to the right, all the way to the left, and the door opens. You enter into a warm and cozy parlor. Sitting on the chair near the fire is a giant crow wearing a velvet bathrobe and a fez. He applauds you for making the way all the way through his creepy castle and presents you with your favorite cold one. After taking a sip, you look down and see your entire body has become a skeleton. In your new state of existence, with no pulse or body heat, you have truly become the cold one.
Oh.
So you win.
I win.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good job.
Wow, that was good, Clay.
Thank
Congrats,
you.
Jonathan.
Good
Sergey,
job.
I figured you would know the poem, so I was wondering if you'd be alive. I didn't know.
Oh man, that was
Oh,
a
nice.
good. That was a
Good
good
job,
segment.
That
Clay.
was.
Thank you.
Thanks, yeah.
Oh man, that was creepy.
That was creepy.
Yeah.
Wow,
You guys won, though.
I really am the cold one, though.
You guys won.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez.
All right, well, we were very late, but I think we should real quick
Oh,
get
okay,
into
okay.
sports on the 20s.
on the 33s.
33s.
All right,
with
well,
Sergey.
don't have anything too creepy or scary, but
Ooh.
this past Monday, the Golden State Warriors beat the Dallas Mavericks. Let's just say those boys weren't wild enough to win.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dallas Mavericks are doing terrible.
I
They
know.
haven't won a single game so far. They've
I
lost
know.
like
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're doing
Oh,
awful.
shoot.
And then shout out to IU alum with Mark Cuban. Let's just say he knows how to call the shots, but they aren't making any.
Dang.
Also, IU alum
Roasted.
Yogi Ferrell.
Yo, yeah.
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
That is very true. Also, do you guys know which football team has the most well-known brand?
Which football team?
Yes.
Probably the Patriots?
I'm gonna say the Patriots or maybe the Cowboys. I'm gonna say the Patriots or Cowboys.
Oh, the Cowboys might be a good
I
one.
don't know
What
anything
is
about
it?
this.
Ooh, maybe I should have reworded it. It's Manchester United.
Oh.
How American of us.
I know.
You're talking about football.
I was talking about. Oh, you're right. My mispronunciation. Football.
Freaky football.
It's time for
Football.
football. All right, and that is all the news I have. This fine.
Oh,
All right. Well, thank
Okay,
you.
Thank
for
you,
all
sir.
the
That's super
news.
fun.
I guess then it's time to get into a new segment
Ooh.
called Dr. Jonathan or, Mr.
Mr.
Falk.
Oh,
Which,
This sounds.
if you, as you can probably guess, it's based on the classic novel Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
One of
So
my
as you
favorite
know,
reads.
as you know in this book,
I didn't know you could read.
Yeah.
as you know in this book,
They have audiobooks.
Oh yeah.
ah, true, yeah. Hey, man, we're kind of like an audiobook, but anyways, as you know,
I'm waiting for the movie.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is about a man who has alter egos, you could say. Dr. Jekyll being the good guy, Mr. Hyde being the evil one. So similarly, you're going to have to guess between, I'm going to give you some scenarios, and you're not going to have to guess, in this scenario, am I Dr. Jonathan, the good guy, or Mr. Falk, like the evil monster?
I actually always thought that Dr. Jekyll sounded like the bad guy.
I thought
Yeah,
that too.
same.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
told
Like Mr. Hyde sounds like a substitute teacher.
Yeah,
It
Dr.
does, yeah,
Jekyll
yeah.
though, oh, it's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't even realize that until today when Jonathan told me.
Oh yeah, I'm excited though. Are we playing
so
together or are we
let's get into
competing?
it. You guys are competing.
Ooh.
I'll say, right?
Okay.
Or wait, what do you want to do? Do we want to compete?
I'll do.
Let's do it together.
Okay,
Yeah.
together, it's fine, yeah. Okay, so
Play along at home.
I walk into a barber shop, grab the scissors, and then I cut up people,
Wow.
and their body parts are covering the floor, and 3 people died. So is this Dr. Jekyll?
Oh, this is a good thing. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna say I feel like this might be Dr. Jonathan.
Oh, Dr. Jonathan, not Jekyll, sorry, my bad.
So he said there's people. What if they're like barbershop? That's gotta be a hint. Or maybe it's just trying to throw us off. What do you guys think?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so the part where he said died, does that mean your hair got dyed? Or you actually died? I mean, I don't know.
Wait, and your hair is a body part.
Yeah. So their
I mean-
hairs are all over the floor.
I mean, it could it sounds like.
Oh, it's a good
but
one.
it also could mean that if you took it in a
3
different
people
sense,
died.
people
So
could have died.
he's being Dr. Jonathan, a nice guy, giving these people the hairdos that they've always wanted.
Exactly.
I'm going with Dr. Jonathan.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I will too.
Okay, yes, and that is right. It is
Yes.
Dr. Jonathan.
Hey.
You guys got that exactly, yeah. That was really good.
Nice. Yeah, it was confusing.
That was.
Good catch, Sergey.
All right, so in the next scenario, I drank a bunch of Monster Energy.
Ooh. Are you sponsored?
Yes. No, actually, we are not sponsored. And then I broke into a house and stole all of their valuables. You know, like TV, laptops, money, guns, whatever. And I took it home, and that's about it. So is this Dr. Jonathan or Mr. Falk?
Wait, so you drank an energy drink and then broke into someone's house? Is that what happened?
Yes, Monster Energy specifically.
I'm gonna say this is because it seems it's hard. I think this might be Mr. Hyde because Mr. Hyde's kind of a monster, or Mr. Falk is kind of a monster.
Mr.
And
Falk.
some of the monster energy.
Right.
Although, what if he's like helping them move, and he needs energy?
Oh, you're right.
But he broke in.
He broke in
did
and he
break in.
stole. Wait, could you say that second sentence again? Like the part about him breaking in or whatever the exact wording was?
So I broke into a house and I stole all of their valuables.
Wait, maybe he was breaking into his new home. Wait, that doesn't really make
I
much
don't
sense
know.
though. I mean, it could be
not
like
all of them can be tricks.
Yeah.
Because then it would be too easy. We'd
Or
always
could
pick
they?
the opposite, right? I don't know. I'm just
I
trying to
don't-
logic
yeah,
my way through
That's
this.
true.
I'll agree with you, Clay, on that. This is Mr. Falk.
I think
I
it's
would,
Mr.
I would
Hyde.
go too. Yeah.
Mr. Falk. All right.
Mr. Falk.
Okay, you are right. It is Mr. Fall.
Yay!
Oh, jeez.
So it's literally taken literally.
That one is literally yes.
like the line.
Literally
actually
taken
did
literally.
this. I did this yesterday.
That's because
Um,
Jonathan, to get the courage to go over to our neighbor's house, he had to drink a lot of Monster.
Yeah. That's where I was. Okay, so next one. So I go to a hockey game, and so it was Panthers versus Lightning. Very
Ooh.
heated rivalry.
Oh, the state rivalry.
Yeah, so I got really heated at one point. So I raised my fists, started swinging around, and I was just bashing people until they were absolutely destroyed.
Bashing people. This is somehow got to be Dr. Jonathan.
Yeah, because he's like I think he's like bashing the other team, and they're like destroyed. Like
His fist
like
up.
playa or whatever.
Playa?
whatever
Wait,
the kids.
wait, what?
I don't know. Whatever the kids. This is the kids' lingo. nowadays.
Okay, what
Okay,
kids?
wait, what the-
These kids.
The
You know-
play is getting destroyed
Like
out there.
he's like
I'm just saying playa.
no, like Jonathan is at this hockey game, and
That's
he's like
gangsta.
he's like roasting the other team, and like
Debo.
you know, like he roasted them basically until they were destroyed. Or
I think
bashed
basically
them.
he took the hockey. He put up his fists, and even if he got in a fight at a hockey game, it's kind of looks actually encouraged. Or he either is actually playing hockey or fighting hockey players, and both are okay. So I'm gonna go with Dr. Jonathan. What do you guys think?
I think I could see Dr. Jonathan here.
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah.
Dr. Jonathan as well. I think this is just the lingo. On this
Yeah.
one.
Okay, again, you're right. It is Dr. Jonathan.
hey, wow,
Yeah,
3
you're
for
right. So
3.
I was bashing people. I was just absolutely destroying these Lightning fans. I was just throwing out all sorts of insults. They were just destroyed. They couldn't come back. So
I mean, it still is kind of
raising my fist. Yeah, hey, it is kind of mean, but I mean, I'm not a murderer. Okay.
Oh yeah, sure.
You know, okay.
This is Dr. Jonathan.
It is.
Yeah,
Yes.
This is Dr. Jonathan. Nobody says it's gonna be nice.
Hey, no one's perfect. Even Dr. Jonathan.
All right. So in this next one, I threw a knife at Sergey,
Oh god.
and that's it.
That's it.
I've often had this urge before, so I know it's not. This one's got to be Mr. Fall. But would he really do like right wrong?
What if it was like a plastic knife and he was throwing it to Sergey because Sergey needed a knife for
I like a
something?
utensil.
Yeah, like a utensil. Like, is there another?
Yeah.
Does knife
So,
mean anything other than like a utensil? Like a.
I'm
knife?
sure in some culture, maybe in the kids' lingo that means something. But not that I
Okay,
can think
really?
of.
Knife.
Yeah, let's get knife, dude. Come on.
You know, I might say this is Dr. Jonathan. I think he's throwing him a knife so he can like butter his like bread or like
Yeah.
I would like to say the same because I've already been hacked to pieces today.
I mean, yeah. Who needs that? I guess we can. My gut, Billy. Let's go with you.
Wait, your gut.
Are you
What
sure?
about my gut?
I don't want to be. I
Oh,
don't
my
wanna
gut's
be,
huge.
I'm not that confident. I'm just suggesting that's a possibility. You know?
I'm a little bit more confident with Dr. Jonathan. This one's definitely a lot less clear.
Yeah. Do you
Sergey?
think this was a good thing? He was throwing it to Sergey,
You know, I'm
like
gonna
for
assume that-
some, like
given-
for food's sake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, I usually need a knife because my my sizers don't work as they used to.
Ooh.
Skizzer, actually.
So final guess is Dr. Jonathan.
I don't know. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, and again, you are right.
Yes.
It was
Yay.
Dr. Jonathan. So you weren't quite right in the reasoning. I was thinking of I'm giving him a knife as a present, right?
Oh,
it's in a
that's a
box.
good present.
It's in a box, so
Oh,
he's
that's a
not
good
going to get
present.
stabbed with it. I don't know if Sergey wants a knife or not, but
Wait. Oh, so you throw him a present?
I'm throwing him a present. It's a knife in a box. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
You're like.
No, I get that one.
All right, so we've got just a couple more. So, you know, Dr. Jekyll injects himself with a needle, and then he turns into Mr. Hyde, right?
Yeah.
So, in this scenario, I injected myself with a needle, and start going absolutely crazy, like so crazy, everyone's freaking out, and they call the police. They call 911.
Well, I don't think doing drugs makes you a monster. I think that's what he's meaning.
Wait. So you inject yourself with a.
Oh, this is EpiPen. This is EpiPen. Yeah.
This is
an
EpiPen.
EpiPen.
This happened to Jonathan actually.
did.
Because people freak out because they're worried about him.
Oh wow! I actually did not even realize that. I thought the calling the police had to do with our neighbor, just because
Oh yeah.
I keep going back to that. But no, I think you are
Jeez,
right.
you're obsessed, man. You gotta let it go.
Yeah, I know. I really do. No, but
As they say, let bygones be bygones.
for the viewers at home, last year, Jonathan,
Viewers.
what did you do? You ate a truffle or
viewers
something?
at home.
What did you eat last year?
He was out with his pigs in
it was like a
Provence, and he
piece
got
of
a
toffee. It was
chocolate.
saltwater taffy.
Yes.
Saltwater
Yeah,
taffy.
It was like vanilla flavored.
Yeah.
which had
Yeah.
peanuts in it, which Jonathan is.
Which was crazy.
Allergic to.
Yeah.
So he suffered an allergic reaction. He tried to shoot himself with an EpiPen, but he went crazy because I guess you shot it the wrong way or something.
Yeah, it's like shot in his eye.
Yeah, so basically he went crazy, and I believe 911 was called. I actually,
true,
fun
yes.
fact, I went home this weekend, so I missed this whole thing. So were you there,
Oh.
Sergey?
Yeah,
Can you provide details
so
on this?
I was
Wait,
there, but
this
I
happened
was
this weekend?
not.
No,
No,
this
no,
happened
no.
last year.
Oh, you
Last
mean like
year.
this specific weekend? You went?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, not this week.
Yeah, so I wasn't completely there. I was just with Jay when all of a sudden I heard what happened. So then I went afterward.
Everyone
Yeah.
remembers where they were when they
Jonathan.
heard that Jonathan stuck himself with the EpiPen.
Yes.
All right. Well, again, you guys are correct. It is
Yes.
Dr. Jonathan right on the EpiPen thing.
Oh,
man, maybe I'm
yay.
making these too easy. I don't know.
We might make it. We
Hey,
might make it
it's
perfect.
It's fun to figure it out though.
It is.
We might make it perfect.
All right. So for this last one, I'm cooking someone a meal. Right. I'm cooking a burrito. And I go to Kroger. I get all sorts of very special ingredients. Make them an absolutely delicious burrito. What do you think? Is this Dr. Jonathan or Mr. Falk?
Absolutely delicious burrito. I think it's like some slang term where like a burrito is like a bad thing.
Or it could just
Like
be
if you, it's like probably some like fart thing.
if you said some if you didn't say delicious, I would think maybe he like put some toxic in the burrito or something and like was poisoning them. But he said delicious.
He said delicious. So
I think this is some kind of euphemism. Like it's like a burrito. Like it's like one of the things where like you fart in a blanket and like you hold somebody underneath it.
Okay, I'll tell you it's not that.
I think wishful thinking. All right.
No, what the heck? I
I've never heard of that one.
You cooked them a burrito.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just straightforward. And
I mean,
it's-
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh no, but we have to get this one right.
It's Dr. Jonathan.
Well, you've already got 5 out of 6 right at
I mean,
least.
they're getting
so
cooked.
You're doing pretty well.
Mr. Hyde's got to be
Is
Mr.
someone
I
getting
think
cooked here. I don't know. Burrito, wrap. Someone getting the wrap.
someone's rap sheet. His rap
Rapping
sheet
on
is
their
getting
face.
bigger. I think this might be Mr. Hyde. I don't know why. I just get the feeling.
I think it is Mr. Falk.
Mr. Falk. Yeah, something about this. It seems too perfect to be
Yeah.
actually like a good thing.
Wait, but he went to Kroger. Is there any?
Did he maybe he stole the items from Kroger?
Hey, I guess maybe the saying goes true. Good things come from stealing, right?
What?
Wait, what?
Oh, wait.
Wait.
What kind of people are you
I
hanging
say
out
that
with?
all the time.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It sounds like it does sound like Mr. Falk. The delicious just throws me off.
Yeah.
I
Jeez.
mean, it was a good
Sounds
burrito.
Too good to be true.
Like, is there something where it's like, like this is delicious, like delicious chocolate, delicious cheese, you mix them together and it makes like chloroform or something? Like, is there some sort
Okay.
of chemical thing that I don't know
I think
about?
we know chocolate and cheese.
maybe we're over.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I can't think of a real example, but maybe there is something out there. I don't know.
I think chocolate and cheese. He makes this little thing called fondue. I don't know if it's Poison's creation. but
All right. I'm just spitballing here.
I don't know why. I just feel like it's Mr. Hyde.
I'll go with that as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in this case, you were wrong. Actually,
No!
I just made them a good burrito. you know?
Okay.
Oh wow.
So that was Dr. Jonathan.
Was there only one Mr. Hyde on that?
No, there were. Wait, was there? Oh, there might have been. I'm not sure. Wait, no, there were a few.
You got us with the real one at the
did.
very end.
Yeah,
Like being completely honest, that was good. Thank you for
Good,
that
very
segment,
good. That's super
Jonathan.
fun. Yeah, thank you.
All right, 5 out of 6.
All right. Yeah, you guys did really well.
Yeah, no, that was
Remind
actually
me
really
not
fun.
to-
Yeah, that's
remind me
really
not to get into Dr. Jonathan who's
Yeah.
Mr. Hyde.
Oh yeah. Please do not give me a Monster Energy.
Yeah, I don't
I'll just
wanna-
go crazy.
I don't want it to hold a blanket over me and fart in it.
But moving
I will
on,
not
we
do that.
are a little late for the news, but it's time for
The
news
news.
on the 46s.
With Sergey Waxman.
Oh, hello. So today we have the local Indiana University news.
Oh, I got
So, yes, IU President Michael McRobbie announced on Tuesday the university's investment of $50 million towards efforts in reducing and preventing the opioid crisis in
that's pretty
Indiana.
spooky.
Yeah,
That's very
it is
spooky.
pretty spooky.
Mm.
The plan has a
Those opioids.
three-pronged
I'm actually
approach.
dressing up as an opioid for Halloween.
Is it going to be blooming or will?
A blooming onion.
Oh, a blooming onion.
A blooming opioid.
Because trust me, those get me hooked like opioids. Just kidding. Opioids are not a joke. Blooming
That's
onions, though.
I've never
is
had
that?
a blooming
Oh,
onion.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You never had a blooming onion?
No.
They're really not that great, so I don't know.
Really?
I mean, they're like very okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I remember someone like really hyped it up and told me to get one once,
Oh,
but I never
yeah.
did it.
I mean,
Never
like,
did it.
you have 3 bites of a blooming onion, then you're like, oh, that's good. Now I have to eat the rest of this.
right. Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, really?
Oh.
It gets old very quickly.
Yeah. Can I get like a blooming like clove of garlic or something? Is it too big?
Wait, that's a lot of garlic.
True.
That is a lot of garlic. You're gonna be warding off all those vampires.
Oh, trust me, I'll be warding off the ladies too with my breath after that.
The bloody blooming onion.
The bloody blooming onion.
So,
Adding that to the
The
creepypasta.
ogre onion.
The
ogre
ogre onion.
onion. Yep, just peel them.
The ghoulish garlic.
So,
The gangrenous garlic. Okay, sorry.
no. So that's it has, I guess it has a 3-pronged approach of partnerships with health officials to collect and analyze data, train medical professionals, and create better policies to address the crisis.
Ooh, I like it.
So hopefully that goes well and they get a lot of movement and support to work with that. And that is news.
I'm
on
just
the
wondering
40s.
when we're going to get all this money from Starbucks. We literally have their entire logo. They have their logo and Showalter Fountain, a statue of her. all you have is one Starbucks on campus.
Wow,
That is true.
What would you guys do if you were in McRobbie's position? What would you put your money in?
That's
That
a
is
tough
tough.
decision. I mean, I haven't even thought about this.
I would kind of make a thing where, like, if you don't get an A, like if a professor doesn't give an A, like to a specific student, you know, he or she might, wake up and find themselves in a compromising position.
Ooh, let's just keep it with that.
I'd probably put half of it in stock A and half of it in stock B.
Oh, investing smarter. That's a good one.
Stock A.
I would get them.
Actually, none of you are going to get this.
I would get them to officially like put the Mother Bears logo in a T-shirt or like a turtleneck because that logo is too weird for me.
Oh yeah, no.
Like the cleavage, sexy mom bear. I can't do that.
Oh no, yeah, it is a little weird.
No.
It's just like why? Like why do you need that part of the design?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Hey, you know what they say?
Yeah. You know what I say? What happens with my mama bears?
Stuff sells.
Hey, what?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
sexy
geez.
bears, they're selling like wildflowers right now.
All right. Well,
Sound like pizza.
Sound like pizza.
Sound like hotcakes.
yeah.
You know, I think Papa John's should adopt a sexy Papa logo.
Sexy Papa John's.
Like,
Hey, no, they already do.
Like,
Have you seen Papa John's?
Oh,
yeah.
my God! Don't even get me started on that guy.
Dude, that face, that smile.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't even know what
Oh
this guy
my
looks
God.
And then like
he's a good-looking guy.
Domino's.
Oh,
can
he
get a
is.
sexy, Domino's gets a
He
sexy
really
domino,
is.
I'm
The
looking
sexy domino.
and Pizza X gets like a sexy like ex-wife.
Ooh, Little Caesars is pretty sexy,
Oh,
actually.
he's already
Little
sexy. Yeah.
Caesars.
Oh,
All right.
man, he's got
This
that
is getting
toga.
weird. I don't know how I feel about this.
Hey,
I think
come
the sexy ex-wife for Pizza X though is gonna be really good.
The sexy
She's like serving you the divorce papers, but she's also like looking really good.
Oh man, you might want to get back with her.
You're like, wow, I'm really thinking this whole thing.
Yeah.
I might need to get some pizza to decide.
I know. I mean, he lost a little bit of dough there, but maybe he can get it back.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
holy
Yeah.
cow.
Lost a little bit of dough. Oh, sexy Buffaloes. That's a huge thing.
Oh.
That old guy. He's not sexy.
The
enough.
old guy.
Oh, the old
Yeah,
guy.
behind the
logo.
cups. Have you ever gotten the cups?
He's not sexy at all.
Oh.
They definitely need to change that logo, make him sexy.
Hey, his name literally says Buff in it.
Yeah, and I see
And his
no-
name's Louis. He's like French. Aren't those?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Buffalo-Louis.
Buffalo-Louis.
I see no buffness on him.
Yeah.
He looks like
he looks pretty buff.
he looks like I wouldn't
see
want to
that-
see him in the buff.
But you see that jaw of his? I mean,
That jaw.
quite the jawline.
Hey, I don't like
say.
smokers though. Okay, he's chomping on that cigar.
Oh, that's
in there.
true. That's true.
So what's spookier, boneless or bone-in wings?
Bone in, because how do they stick the bone into the boneless? Because wings all come boneless, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you
right.
fit the bone inside the boneless wings?
It's like a skeleton. It's
true.
literally a skeleton, if you think about it.
Okay,
It
but
is.
no, let's be honest. So the fruit of the chicken tree grows. You can either fry it and make it into a chicken nugget,
Mm-hmm.
or you can make it into a buffalo wing. So why put the bones in the first place?
Oh, that's.
I think those bones were planted by the government.
That's a good point.
That's pretty
actually, now
spooky,
that I'm thinking
actually,
about
yeah.
it.
Where do they get the bones?
Where do they get the bones for boned wings?
They get them from organ donors. That's right.
Organ donors. I don't know, man. I think there might be something going on.
I don't know. This is a conspiracy. But moving on, though, we do have some other
They got them
questions.
from Little Caesars. Do you see how small his
Oh.
bones would be?
Oh, jeez, but he's still alive, though.
man.
Well, you
For
know,
now.
for now. He's been cloned a million times.
Yeah, growth implants too. You know.
Yeah,
No. But moving on, we have some other questions that need to be answered.
one more thing.
Oh.
Do you guys? Never mind.
No, say it.
I just wanted to know what the stance on the Panera lady is.
The Panera Lady.
She's
She's kind of creepy.
Oh.
She's kind of creepy.
Kind of
I
creepy.
would kind of agree with that.
She's
Is she like
a
holding
ghost.
bread or something like that?
Yeah,
I
but
don't know what she's holding. She looks very ghostly though.
yeah, I would agree there.
I've always wanted.
Yeah,
there
she's
to
holding.
be-
I'm looking at it right now. She's holding a loaf of bread.
Okay, Wendy and
She's looking
Panera.
at it like very endearingly.
Wendy and Panera. Maybe it's her dead child. She's a ghost.
Oh no.
Wendy and
Creepy.
Panera are
Oh
both
my
creepy.
gosh.
I used to be actually scared of
Wendy's?
Wendy's. I was kind of scared of Wendy's.
Really?
And I was scared of the Quaker Oats guy too. I mean, I did
he's
not.
kinda-
I was gonna say.
Oh, the Quaker Oats guy. No.
What does he know? Why is he smiling? Like,
Yeah.
No, I've always wanted to watch a TV show that was about like the fast food people, like
Yeah.
it's starring like Burger King, Dairy Queen. They rule in like the White Castle.
I mean,
It's like
did
this kingdom. It's
did you
like some
ever,
sort
like,
of
get
Game of
the-
Thrones thing, but with like fast food. Ronald McDonald's the court jester. The Panera Bread lady's the villain. This thing writes itself. If you
Mama Bear,
contact me,
the,
studios.
beautiful queen.
Yeah,
But
something like that.
don't you guys like?
The Taco Bell
Didn't you guys
Chihuahua is
ever
the
get
dog.
Don't you guys ever get like the McDonald's movies they used to make, the cartoons?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
McDonald's used to sell
I know.
cartoons.
I do remember that actually.
With the Hamburglar and Grimace.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
okay,
love those
okay,
cartoons.
yeah.
There were those fuzzy guys too with the legs.
Yeah, they were like the kids'
forgot
meals
those were
guys.
called.
They were like nuggets. I love that show though. What happened to that show?
I'm not sure.
Sexy
I've only-
Grimace.
I barely remember it, to be honest.
Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. Anyway, sorry, I'm taking up a lot of time talking about these sexy
All right, so
mascots.
let's get to these questions. So first question comes from My Bully Pulpit. It's another show on WIUX hosted by Matt Casper and Duncan Heidkamp.
Shout out to Matt and Duncan.
I think they're on at 9 a.m. on Thursday. I'm not sure. So they
Ooh,
ask.
get up and listen to them.
Yeah, I usually do not get up and listen to them because I
Yeah.
cannot get up early. But anyway, so they ask, is it acceptable to pass out cold ones instead of candy for Halloween?
You know,
It might not.
If we're
be.
talking about like
it might not be.
yeah,
like soda,
yeah.
that I've had someone do that actually
Really?
when I was a kid, and I definitely enjoyed it.
I used to give out candy at my parents' house, and sometimes we'd run out of candy, and I just have to start giving kids like nickels and dimes.
Really? Oh, really?
Well, I mean, you could always take the approach if you want to be really stingy. And speaking of cold ones, they come over and they want a cold one. You can just say, "Well, there's the hose."
Yeah. Just here's some water.
Get out
Just
my
give
a glass of water.
property
That is a
now.
cold one.
Here's
so-
a glass of water. Come back tomorrow with a clean cup. No, there's actually my neighborhood takes Halloween super seriously, and there's actually a house that got like a fog machine and like creepy sound effects.
No way.
And they would
That's
give
awesome.
out full hot dogs, which sounds awesome until you realize. Then you spend the rest of your night walking around holding a hot dog. It's not very convenient. Or jelly brains, which are basically brains made out of gelatin, which
Ooh.
are on a paper plate. It's like I eat my jelly brain. I'm like, okay, what do I do with this paper plate now? So, open a restaurant if you're gonna do that. All right.
Yeah. That's cool though. That's cool.
That is cool.
So we have two more questions, both from Braden.
Ooh.
So first question is, what is your favorite scary movie?
My favorite scary movie is probably Sleepaway Camp, which I know John. has
Oh
watched
yeah, I
with me.
watched that with you. Yeah, it was pretty
I
good.
definitely would recommend.
Very
Sleepaway
creepy.
Camp. It's a very
Not so much creepy. It's
it's a-
just kind of disturbing.
Yeah, it's a very good bad movie. If that makes sense. Like it's a bad movie that's very enjoyable to watch for me personally. I also think the scariest movie I've ever seen though. Honestly, this might be kind of a lame answer. I thought The Conjuring is one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Oh, The Conjuring.
Never saw
Conjuring
it.
is really scary.
What was that other movie we watched together freshman year? Was it The Exorcist?
Exorcist was freaky.
That was
too.
freaky too. yeah.
That was more like a good movie though. I feel like it was less like
Yeah.
Oh, Prisoners. That's like it's
Oh.
not a horror movie, but that stayed with me the longest. I think of any scary movie. How about you guys?
I actually really liked it. I don't know. I mean, I guess
I
that's,
liked
that's
it
the
too.
most
It was
recent
good.
one
It was
I've
really
seen,
good.
but
Yeah. I thought it was scary. It was funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys think it was scary?
I didn't think it was that scary actually.
I was talking to somebody
I
who
thought it was
didn't think it was
more
scary
just
at all.
like freaky
Really?
than
I
scary.
thought it was
more-
definitely scary.
It was scary.
I wasn't
definitely.
scared while watching it. Also,
I was definitely scared. But I wasn't. As soon as it was over, it was so ridiculous. I wasn't scared at all.
Yeah.
What I liked about it is like
What
I
do you
feel
like
like
about it?
Yeah, what I liked about it is that like, and I not to get back into this because I know we talked about this on a previous episode. I just liked how like I feel like so many horror movies they just don't really have a story. They're just trying to scare you the entire time. And like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
actually had like a real story and the characters
Yeah.
were cool, stuff like that.
No, I liked it a lot. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I really liked Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby's so
I
good.
really
yeah.
like that one.
That one's really like the mood in that movie.
The
is
whole
so
mood.
creepy.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, we need to get out of here in just a second. So the last question is, how do I get myself out of this spider web I'm stuck in?
How do you get yourself out?
Yeah, this is from Braden.
You need a conquistador painting who will slash through it with his sword.
Oh, that's true.
With the last name Esperanza.
Actually, yeah.
Esperanza. That's
We know that
that's
from
the answer.
experience.
Yes, I know that from experience.
Alternatively,
Very well.
eat them. Spider webs are really good for you. A lot of people don't know that. We actually eat 100 spider webs roughly every night while we're sleeping. So
Another really good way to like remove a spider web if it's like stuck somewhere is to just brush it to the side. I do this a lot of the times whenever there's spider webs in front of mirrors
yeah.
on college dorm floors. I just kind of
Okay,
tear the
really?
spider web off to the side.
Jeez, shots fired.
It'll do the trick. It'll get the job done.
And last but not least, if you're really stuck, you can always just weave your own web out of your butt and escape. I think that's all the time we have.
It is,
John
yeah.
Snow.
Well, thank you for listening
thank you
to
so much for
this
listening.
creepy episode
episode.
of the Ghouls Cold
The
One Hour.
Ghouls.
We'll be back
One
next week
hour.
for Thanksgiving.
We will be.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh no.
I know you're upset because it's over.
We gotta get
I
out of
get it.
here.
You're sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Our
We're leaving.
manager's screaming at us. All right. Anyways.
Emily's outside the studio.
He's outside.
Telling us we're out of time.
All right,
Oh,
it's turning
goodness.
red.
Oh, we better
All
get
right.
out of here, guys.
Great
Thank you
show.
for listening.
Thank you for listening. See you next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.